Hey, hey guys. Give me a moment here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. Gamer smoothie. All right. Just right around it. Okay. Ooh, I like the radiator. Not getting very much here, are we? The bread. The bread. Nice. Boom. Boom. Nice. That was awesome. Cool. All right. So we got 5,000 to get here. Ooh. Campfire. Yes. We got some gamer smoothies here. I got a gamer smoothie. I've seen 2 concurrents, and the views are not being counted. I've seen 2 concurrents, and the views are not being counted. I have seen 2 concurrents, and the views are not being counted. Same 2 concurrents that are always in here, and the views are not being counted. Interesting, isn't it? Still sitting at 0 views. Alright. Alright. Yes, it's literally somebody from fucking YouTube doing it. It's literally just somebody from YouTube doing this. I can see it. It's literally just coming directly from their ingest server. It's literally just coming right from their ingest server. Like, all this crap that they're flooding into the data stream. Basically, guys, you have to realize they are actually flooding data. So, like, when the stream is live, all they're doing is just flooding a ton of data so that it doesn't record things properly. And things don't work. That's all they're doing. And then it's just coming directly from their ingest server. The same one concurrent. Well, I mean, there's the scam. It's just gonna sit at one concurrent and 3 views now. It's not being properly... And then the same person that's doing it is just gonna come in here with bots to try to lie about it. It's not actual legitimate people. They're just gonna sit in here and come with bots. Back and forth, back and forth. This is coming direct again. It's just coming directly from their ingest server, their main ingest server. I can literally see it. Damn, that's okay. Did I get any unlocks? I don't think I did. Let's start that over. I didn't get a very good little thing, to be honest with you. I don't like any of these. Rerolls and removals can be used interchangeably. Well, that's not bad. I think I'm gonna go with that. It's still not what I wanted. It's not bad. I just need to get something a little better now, you know? Okay. I need a spawner. Door. Door. Same restrictions. Same nonsense. 3 views. We even saw a second concurrent come back in after I said that. It's still locked at 3 views. It's just the same nonsense. And now they're hiding concurrents. They're in the stream still. But they're hiding that they're in here listening and watching the stream. Let's see. He's doing it with chat. Whatever he's doing with chat. He's just running scripts, like I said years ago. That's all he's doing. He's literally just running scripts. And then this pushes data. How hard is this, guys? It's not hard. This is like basic shit. This is like some of the most basic shit I've ever seen. It's not hard. And yet it's at the start of the stream, just like right away. And again, like there's entire features in the Prism Live Studio now completely broken. Just to let you know, like Prism Live Studio, just like OBS, is now like basically completely broken. Basically, like there's entire features that don't work. And conveniently, these are features that would access certain web servers and stuff like that. Conveniently. And those features are the ones that are broken. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah. Yep. Running scripts in chat from the main ingest server. And it's definitely, like there's provisions in here. This is insane. Like my entire channel is completely restricted from YouTube's side of things for no reason. For literally no reason. That's why all this is happening. This person's just typing little provisions into my account on the code level. That's all they're doing. And I now see a solid 3 concurrents, yet the views are locked at 3 and aren't moving. Why is that? Well, because the person is clipping what I'm saying right now. I'm watching them do it. He's running a stream software. Hold on. Oh, that's what he's doing. So he's running the stream software, he's running OBS, and he's using my login data because he has so much of my data. He's using my credentials to log in, and he's clipping my stream right now using my credentials and my login data with his streaming software. And that's how he's able to cause all these problems. Because YouTube system will detect that 2 different people are doing this at the same time. And that is a security problem. And he's causing it. And this is the same person that's doxing, stalking daily. And doing it all over his own channel too, but doing it in my chat and all over the platform. And, you know, conveniently Google and YouTube aren't removing this person. And I want to remind you, like, you guys can probably see a solid 3 concurrents. The views aren't moving. They aren't updating them at all. No, those views aren't moving. They're not updating at all. And they're lying about concurrence. They're saying that the top amount of concurrence in here is 2. Even though we've seen 3. They're just lying about it. You know, just like the little chart I said at the bottom. It just says 2 instead of 3 like it's supposed to. Just like every other stream where I have to sit here and I have to prove this. You know, like where I put the live control room on the screen and stuff like that. They literally just sit here and cap concurrence and cause a problem for the stream until I put this on the screen and I prove it. So that's why he's clipping the stream, so he can just like make another post essentially out of the stuff that he has caused. You know, essentially where he's doing all of this stuff, so that he can get a stream out of it and post it and get views by causing these problems for my stream, which kick people out of the stream, bring up an end screen thing where it causes people to go to his channel and trend to his streams. And this is why he types my @name in the streams, and he doxes my real name and address. This is a very serious harassment stalking situation, and it actually causes a problem for employers, personal data, personal private data. Essentially anytime there's like background checks and stuff like that, he's literally just typing my full name in the title of a stream. This is how Google works. This is how disgusting this company is. And what you have to realize is this person is actively sitting here causing these things to kick people out of the stream, just to again trend the stream, the thing that he caused, the disruption he caused, and to have that. Essentially, this is the point. It would be no different than if somebody went over to somebody's house and took a baseball bat every single day to just something else. I guess somebody doesn't need a lawnmower. They don't need a mailbox, but if they didn't have one, they wouldn't be able to get their mail very well, and they'd have to go to the post office. If they didn't have a lawnmower, I guess they wouldn't be able to mow the lawn. They'd have to go buy one. So, this is what you have to rationalize is day in and day out. This person is constantly doing things to have to cause me problems. And it is causing a lot of problems for me daily in my personal life. And that's what actually I can't talk about. That's the stuff I can't talk about on the stream that he wants me to talk about. So this is the point, is it actually is causing real problems, and I can't talk about that stuff, because if I talk about it, then he'll use that to get better at the scamming, and then continue going down that road and causing a real problem, again, for all these other people that he's mentioned and stuff. All the other people that he's doing this to. Yeah, that's the point, is it's actually causing real problems for them now, too. And, it's noticeable. It's very noticeable. And we have, again, a third concurrent in here, but they're not counting it. Just completely lying about it. I mean, we prove this every single day. I mean, we literally prove this every single day. So why am I still doing this? Well, because he's getting something out of this. The point is, the very moment that this is on the screen, it gives him whatever information he's using. And you saw that third concurrent there. Yet, this is at 2. And why are we trying to pretend like the stream is only at 4 views? We literally saw 3 concurrents. I think this is what we've been talking about daily. Daily we've been talking about this. So the point is, he's logging in with my credentials into streaming software and causing these problems. And then the only result we see is that, again, YouTube restricts the entire channel from their side of things, where we have all these provisions in here. The start of the stream, the very start of the stream, last stream, we had a concurrent in here, sitting in here the entire fucking stream, yet the view 25 minutes in hadn't counted. 25 minutes into the stream, the view hadn't counted, and that person was sitting in here that whole time. The person is using web browsers and all kinds of data to try to breach my router. And they're doing it daily. This is why he wants this on the screen. And I have to fix these problems daily. Regardless of whether I stream or not, he still does it. And he's trying to breach my router daily. So again, regardless of whether I'm streaming, that actually happens. We're talking about stuff like last night when I'm watching something on YouTube, and because it's on YouTube, this is how malicious it is. I can't even watch YouTube anymore. If I watch YouTube and I actually watch something, what'll happen is I'll literally see the whole thing refresh and just flash across the screen. Doesn't matter whether I'm doing it on the browser or whether I'm doing it on the console now, because he's gotten so much data and information now, he can do it on any of these devices, and I watch it flash across the screen, basically indicating he has now refreshed that web cache. So that way, it refreshes everything and doesn't remember that I put it on repeat. And so thus, if I want this stream to repeat, it does not. It gets to the end and plays something else. And this is the point. He wants me to talk about these things. I'm not going to discuss the intricacies of what that causes, but I will just tell you this is the basicness of essentially what he's doing. It's caused all these problems for other browsers too, and other things I watch too. Other streaming services that use data collection. Notice how the second concurrent comes in here the second that I say this? Notice that? Almost like somebody was sitting in here and they could hear what I was saying, even though their concurrent wasn't counting. Did you notice that? This is something I've noticed quite a lot. Because the point is, we're not counting this view. You know, the point is these views aren't being counted, and not only that, we've seen a third concurrent and it's not counting. So the point is that he is in here to hear this part. You know, essentially he wants to know what else, what other problems this is causing, because then he can go that route. Yeah. So, you know, like if I'm watching some sort of other free streaming services that pulls ads and stuff based on your yeah, like how many other free streaming TV services are there that people watch? So if I watch any one of these, I have problems. Because they're just pulling ads based on your data. Just like YouTube does. Which is what's causing the problems. So for every place where instead of getting an ad or something like that, and it's supposed to trend, and I would normally get ads and stuff, all he's doing is putting like huge gaps where like it takes the audio out or something like that, so thus you don't get those ads and you don't get what you're supposed to get. Just like when I was streaming, how many times have I streamed now where we're like drumming on the steering wheel or something like that, and then conveniently the part everybody shows up for, you know they're there for that, you know they're waiting for it, and then conveniently the audio is missing from that section. And if you watch it if you're one of the first ones to watch it, you'll hear that I did it perfectly. You'll hear that like there was no problem, I just went through it no problem. And so he caused a problem for that section, because knowing everybody showed up for that. This is what he's doing. You know, like essentially keeping tabs on what people show up for and immediately causing a problem for that. Hence doing that every single time I'm playing this. The very second that I'm playing this game. Instantly. So thus, you know, like the point you have to rationalize is you start seeing other content creators then playing other games and stuff that I have played that were popular for me, and then he caused a problem for, and then other people are playing them, getting views and stuff like that, that are also content creators that we know watch my channel. They have the same sort of similar subscriber count as me, and conveniently, they're getting more views doing the same content, having the same sort of message, the same sort of thing, and I've been doing this for years. And these people came out of the woodwork like a year or two ago. No, what you're seeing is you're seeing Google and YouTube run a scam where they're trying to divvy up the abilities I have to other creators. That's it. And stealing my ideas and concepts. How many people do you think should have been in the stream by now, a half an hour in? Remember yesterday? Do you guys remember yesterday when we had like 160 some views? Like just... And that was after it was halted. That was halted after the fact. You know, it gained all those views live, and then they just halted it. You can't go watch that and have it gain views now. It will not. They'll just remove all of them. We just saw a third concurrent that didn't count. Look at this graph here. Two concurrents. Two. No third concurrent. Nothing. They're lying. It's a lie. See? We've seen 3 concurrents at the top. We've seen it. We've seen a third concurrent up here multiple times, and yet they're lying. Well, this is what we've been talking about day in and day out. And this is what we were talking about on the stream last night after we saw them completely halt the views. You know, like we saw them completely halt the views for you know, that stream that we had just finished that clearly people liked. And then we see a like show up as soon as I take this down, and then instantly, like, we're getting concurrence now. So, like, the point is, this is their plan. You know, the idea, the point is they want you guys to think these are conspiracies. They trend the stream when I'm, like, yelling about shit and stuff. The point is, what you haven't heard over the years is that this guy has been doing this whole fucking time. Years he's been doing this. He's just been following me around. Maybe he's been this alt and this person at various times and stuff like that. That this is what you have to rationalize. Is that this person has been doing this for a very long time. Look, for the first time, this is how they're trying to be sneaky. See, do you remember how I took it off the screen? As soon as I took it off the screen, this like showed up, and we instantly saw 4 concurrents in here. They were trying to be sneaky and update and fix all this stuff when I took it off the screen, so that you wouldn't see it update. Because the point is, this is what they've done. And there it is. So they're still not counting it. You see how this third concurrent is still in the stream? Right now? Right now, this third concurrent is still here. Yet, it says it's not. See that? And there's a second like confirming that the likes do update. There it is. Confirming that the likes do update. Yet on the graph down here, we're at 2 concurrents, even though we weren't. Oh, and there's a removal, thus confirming that the likes update That actively. This is the point. And this is what this was the scam this person was running originally to cause a problem for the trending. He was taking the likes all the way up to 30 during the stream. And then he just slowly sort of take them back down to nothing again. Just throughout the course of the stream. And he would, like, kind of hang out in the stream and just, like, act like various other people and stuff like that. Just like all the streams where you guys see these random people come in with their real picture and stuff like that. What's happening there is he's doxing my family members. That's what's happening. He's just creating an account with, you know, their picture and their real name, and he's coming in there as them, you know, like saying a bunch of nasty things or weird things or things that you know, like want to see or something like that. And so, like, that's what's happening is if you see that again, just realize that any mods that see that, you know, you can block right away. Like, the point is, like, all he's doing is trying to dox my family by doing that. All he's doing. So, again, remember, this isn't updating. 2 concurrents, and there's 3 here. Views aren't updating. The average view duration doesn't even make any sense. Like, this is just... and you know, just... None of this makes any sense. The point is that like, all this... you know, like, they're just not counting things. That's it. They're just deciding whatever it is. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, again, you know, like what was going on today, earlier in that other stream, so that you know what is going on. I mean, it is very malicious. It is causing problems for these other people now, and he hasn't stopped, regardless of how many times, like, I stop or I do something else or something. He doesn't stop, he doesn't go away, he just causes a problem some other way. So, he has phone numbers, he has addresses, he's doxed my street address. Again, I want to remind you guys, never at any point, never at any single point during this channel, during my entire time, did I accidentally dox my town. I've never done that. I've never doxed my town. He's doing that daily. I have never done that. I've never doxed my town or my street address. This guy is doing it daily. With like pictures and stuff of my family members and their names and shit. So, like, it's very clear how the malicious intent, you know, it's just very clear. YouTube just finally updated this view and nothing really happened, just to let you know. Nothing really happened. Like, there wasn't, like, you can see there's still 3 concurrents. Like, nothing, like, all they did was finally update this. So, like, you can see, like, none of this really makes any sense. Oh, look, finally they're counting a 3rd concurrent now that I took it off the screen. So, like, this is the point, like, you know, you can clearly see this is a problem, this is to cause a problem for trending. Like, it's just, that's what it's there to do. And then, like I said, we've seen the fake end stream thing show up, and we've seen it get suggested, you know, the things he's stealing from, you know, like the clips that he's clipping and stealing and stuff like that, and on all the results of what he's doing through harassment and stalking with my data, to just get content, you know, out of harassing somebody. That's very serious, and he is just actively making content by harassing me. You know, shifting the rate around, causing something where I would have to talk about that, causing a problem for the trending. You know, like that's the purpose, and then bringing up the end stream screen for people so that his stream is recommended by having my @tag in there and stuff like that. You know, this is the point, is you have to rationalize. Yeah, so I just saw them sit here and try to clip out what I just said. So let me reiterate what I just said, because they're trying to clip entire sections of this stream out. I'm watching them do it. YouTube is literally sitting here actively from their own server trying to cut entire segments of the stream out. They're just doing it right now. Because they don't want you to hear what I'm trying to sell you right now. Like, that's how serious this is. This is how serious this is. They don't want, the fact that they're going to this length to try to silence what I'm saying. You know, how many times have we labeled a short like YouTube spies on you or something like that? We've proven these things happened, and then that short conveniently gets like fucking 10 views. Yet my other ones get hundreds, and before I started talking about all this stuff and being vocal about it, my shorts and all my stuff was getting thousands. I used to get thousands. I got so many. Oh, and then you clip it this. Remember, before I started talking about this stuff, I would get thousands of views. This is what they just tried to clip out. They just tried to clip out this section again, where I was talking about how before any of this happened and all this stuff was going on, I used to get thousands of views on shorts, on streams, just regular triple digits and stuff like that. There was a point at which, again, I was starting to get 20 and 30 concurrents regularly in the stream. I just watched them clip the entire section again. So again, there's been I used to get 20 and 30 concurrents in the stream. I used to get that many until I started talking about all this and showing that I was getting that many and talking about all the problems on YouTube and what they were doing and causing for other people. And then a certain other streamer started showing his live control room on the screen all the time too, and stealing this dynamic, stealing the niche of, you know, essentially talking about it. And then this person, they proceeded to give this person like fucking 40, 50,000 subscribers, and this person gets regular trending and doesn't really have these problems. Isn't that interesting? Almost as if this person has something to do with all of that. Yeah, and remember, that person also proceeded to get more subscribers on his single channel than somebody else that does this and has all these other channels, knows what they're doing, and conveniently this one person. Okay, so I just watched them do it again, where they tried to clip an entire section of what I was saying. Yeah. So, again, this one person, somehow gets more subscribers, 40, 50,000 subscribers, and somehow gets more than somebody that has all these other channels and can do all these other things and is way better at streaming, obviously. And somehow this person that did this shit gets all these 40, 50,000 subscribers and stuff like that when he's the most boring fuck you've ever seen. Like, his content is literally so fucking boring. And he literally stole anything interesting that he was doing by watching me. Yeah, it's him. He's doing this. And that's how this guy got my info. The guy that got my info, he got it from him. Because he pretended to be my friend. Only to just come back at convenient times and steal my audience. Remember what he did the last time he was in the stream? Yeah, what a piece of shit. Again, all he had to do was actually text me. Instead, he makes a scene in the chat. Just like other people have done throughout the years, which is, yeah. So they just tried to clip that entire section. So let me go ahead and reiterate what happened. Again, he tried to make a scene in chat. Yep, he tried to make a scene in chat. Like other people have done throughout the years. And he is like really aggressive about trying to get, you know, nobody to find out that he is a fucking scammer. Like, this guy really does use people's information. He sells it. He's the reason why this guy got the info. And, you know, I mean, I can see how aggressive they're trying to get right now with me talking about this. I can see it happening. Like, he's sitting here trying to push far more data than they ever did this whole stream yet. I see it. Third concurrent. Where's this view? Where is this view? Where are all these views? Why is there only 6 views? Where are all these views? Fourth concurrent. Where are the views? Yeah. Again, it's just him. He literally sits here and scams other channels. Remember how he made all these streams about canceling other content creators and stuff like that? Yeah, it's him. And, he causes all these problems, too. Now, it's also the stalker. You know, because, like, the stalker is actively doing it and stalking and harassing. But it's also anybody that would actually talk to that person and give them the time of day to learn anything. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the point. Like, you have to rationalize at some point he gave him info that he shouldn't have given him. So he's the problem. Just like all the other times I warned you about this guy, where he very clearly showed that he was on here to be invasive and be fucking weird. The guy's just weird. Yeah, the guy's just weird. Yeah, notice. The point is these concurrents stay 1 if I keep this on the screen. And so, like, that's the point, like... You know what I mean? The moment that I'm proving it, they sit here and they just fucking hide the shit. And then the moment I turn it away, I turn it off. See? Very second that I did that. So, like, you know, just to show you, like, what this person's doing. He's view botting. You know, again, the very second that I turned off the thing, he was already in here. This is what he's been doing. He's been doing it this whole fucking time. I mean, like, that's the point. Like, that's why you instantly see, like, it's not like a normal up and down. None of this is normal. If this was actual trending, it wouldn't look like this. This graph doesn't look... This doesn't even make any sense. This is one person coming in here with a bunch of different alts. 1 and 2 people. It's when you see this constant 2, yeah, it's 2 people, and then, like, you see the 3 and 4, so they're view botting. So, yeah, it's literally that other streamer I mentioned and the stalker. It's literally just them. And they're just constant, because the point is, they are this insane. They've been hanging on every word I say. They're fucking nuts. And they're obviously people that like Trump. That's it. This is why they don't like me. It's literally that. They don't want to accept the fact that I was right. And, like, shit's, like, really, really bad. Shit's, like, really fucking bad right now. And they're just, like, harassing me. Because they don't want to accept that I was right. That's literally all it is. Pretty sad. Pretty sad when it all boils down to politics at the end of the day. Should I keep proving this? Should I keep proving this? And this is why I know the views aren't accurate. Like, look how many times this person does this. Okay. See what I mean? It was down to 1, and then I took it off the screen. And then boom, boom, boom. It's truly unbelievable. Probably gonna get some weird options now. Hopefully not. Hey YouTube, why is there no red ring live icon around my icon to let people know that I'm live? And no, it's not there for everybody. Like, if you see it, they're updating it for you. Only you. So that it looks like I'm a liar. They've done this with certain other things too. Like, they'll update it for, like, just 365 or just, like, this other person if they know that person's regularly. They really do that. I've seen it. That's the point. The point is that they've hid it from me. Viewable, like, essentially viewable for me. Just like anytime I'm live, I should get an alert that I've gone live. Yet I don't. Kinda like how everybody else tells me they don't get alerts when I go live, even though they have it turned on. I mean, the people that tell me that they have it turned on. You know what I mean? Like, they're just, you know what I mean? Like, why would they just make up that they have it turned on? Like, they wouldn't do that. Like, how does that help anything? Nobody would do that. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. See, I didn't get any because I sat here so long. Inevitably, that's always going to happen when you have something like this. Let's restart here. Still 7 views. Why aren't we counting these views, YouTube? Average view duration 13 minutes, and you're trying to say that there's only 7 views. How does that make any sense? Fucking dumb. Yeah, you're fucking dumb if you think that that's like real. I'm just saying, like, you'd actually have to be pretty dumb to think that that is valid. 13 minutes. Average view duration is 13 minutes. So the average person watching the stream is watching for 13 minutes, and there's only 7 views. No. We're an hour into the stream. It makes 0 sense. It's not. There's no way. It's just literally not accurate. Makes 0 fucking sense. There's a 4th concurrent. Misses my little dummy. There's a 5th concurrent in here, not being counted. I mean, we're pretty much just view botting at this point, I think. So that'd be why. They're just doing it on purpose to get me to say that they're not counting views. I guess we'll try to blender. So you guys see the 4 concurrents, right? There's still only 7 views. It still says 7. I mean, I can show you if you want. Still says 7. They haven't changed anything. I'm gonna get rid of this, probably. See it? I saw this go to 4, I saw it go to 5. Yeah, and they're not even counting a 4th concurrent. We saw it go to 4. The highest concurrent is 3. So this is how you know they cap concurrents. It's still restricted. Remember how I said they put all kinds of provisions in my account to restrict the account? Yeah, they've capped concurrents. That's what they do. It's just capped at a certain number per stream. They just type in a number at the beginning of the stream. And that's why there's always that 1 concurrent at the beginning of the stream, because that person is in here. They get an alert that I'm live, and then they come in the stream and they just start typing a bunch of stuff to cause a problem for the stream, to cap the stream. And this is everything. This is what they do. It's all they're doing. And, you know, they'll just cap the concurrents, they'll shift the bitrate around. That's what they're doing. Like, that's what they did a while back. A while back, they would just, like, type a number to cap, you know, certain values of the stream to not allow, you know, and so, like, it was just really bad for a while. That's what they were doing for a while. Nice. Ba-doom. See how it's still just on the screen? Oh, there we go. 4 concur. There we go. See how it's not counting? Yeah, it's view botting. So it's view botting, and it's also the fact that it really is. I mean, like, this is just capped, man. This is ridiculous. That's a lie. It's actually not. It's actually not. That's lying. That little message, that's a lie. Yeah, so just to show you that they can trick the system into lying about anything that they want. There you go. Because bitrate ain't shifting around. I already fixed that. Yeah, they ain't shifting the bitrate around. I always told you guys I could fix that. Remember, I told you that. That was the whole point. The whole point was to let him just do this. And, like, all these people at YouTube and Google saw this. So many people saw this. Nobody did it. And now we're trying to clip, like, an entire section of what I'm saying. The point is, everybody saw this. Everybody saw him doing this. The point was, I could always stop what he was doing, like, with the bitrate. Because I knew how he was doing it. The point is that I can't do anything about YouTube's lies. When they're sitting here lying to you. Because the bitrate wasn't shifting around. I mean, I'm sure that's the intent. Yeah, I'm sure the intent is to try to get it back to that point, but that's kind of my point, is I can just fix it. Like, it's really not all that hard. So the whole part was to trick this person to thinking that I didn't know that he was hacking, like, just literally, like, well, not really hacking, but, like, breaching my router. It's not that hard to do. It's really not. It's really not that hard. You do it with a phone. He doesn't even need stream software. You just do it with a phone. It's not hard to do. I like the juggler. It's a good one. Alright, we're up to 20,000. We got the donut. Nice. That was great. I love the little arrow like struggling. That was funny. We got some unlocks. That's cool. Maybe next time. I'll hold on to them. What are we at here? An hour. Yeah, to literally just be at 7 views an hour in. I mean, guys, we've seen more concurrence than that. Like, look at this graph. Like, this is complete lies. So, oh boy, what a SCAMTube this is. I'm gonna retitle this. Oh, man. I need your support, guys. I do. I need your support, because this is ridiculous. And this affects us all. You have to realize that, like, they could be doing the same to you. They could be doing the same to all these other people. You don't know how much they're doing this to you and other people. You really don't. If they can just so easily just do this, they can manipulate any sort of situation and try to get you to think that it's your internet. You need to call your internet service. Like, they could cause a real problem for you, where you're just sitting here calling your ISP, calling this person, like, you yada. And meanwhile, they're just fucking with your goddamn internet, man. It's just YouTube. They are funneling your internet to their servers. Should I tell you? That's the scam. YouTube is stealing your internet. Yeah. That's why they didn't like, that's why, like, when I was starting to put, like, my speed tests on the screen and stuff, they were really trying to hide that and stuff. When they found out how fast my internet is, they just sit here and round the clock steal it. Because it helps their server run faster. That's it. So YouTube's just been stealing my internet round the clock. That's why my ports are always clogged. That's why it's causing problems for my router. That's why this asshole causes all these problems when he starts using my data to do what he does. They're just stealing your internet. And it's not just me, it's actually even him. It's the stalker, it's anybody on this platform. They're just stealing your internet. And then you got guys sitting on here saying, oh, must be a load setting or something. No. They ain't gonna steal your internet because they know that you can track it. This is why they got really scared when they started figuring out I could track things. They're like, what? And we saw all these bots coming in here. How did you learn how to hack? Yeah, because YouTube and Google are stealing your fucking internet to make their servers run better. That's causing all kinds of problems for you. I think Russians are aware of it. I think that's why they're trolling me. I think Russia is aware of it. Like, it's like one of those things they're aware of that, like, the U.S. is kind of doing. The U.S. does some things, but they don't... Yeah, I mean, like, well, alright. Trump is terrible. But, like, I'm just saying, like, as far as a democracy is concerned, that's way better than, obviously, dictatorship. And so, like, yeah, so, like, every once in a while you still see those things. But, yeah, Russians probably knew, so they're probably been trolling me because there's certain things they're gonna know. Because there's just so many hackers and stuff over there, too. And unrestricted traffic. They'll just know certain things. Whereas over here, you wouldn't be able to see those things because it's restricted. They still have not. 7 views, guys. That's all we got in an entire... Like, look at all this. They're actually trying to say 7 views. Fucking liars. So, yeah. YouTube still... Yeah. They just clipped what I said. Again. Fucking liars. They just sat here and did it again. Yeah. And this is, like, they're just actively just doing it. They're sitting here clipping entire sections of what I'm saying to cause a problem so you can't hear it. Again, they're fucking liars. This still hasn't updated. It's still not updated. They're stealing your internet. And they're doing it with your digital fingerprint and stuff like that, too. Oh, this should have been updated. 7 views. That doesn't make any sense. Look at all this. Yeah. Yep. Scripts. Scripting. Wow. Why are you cutting that section out? Why are you trying to clip that section out? All I said was scripts and scripting is what they're doing. Running scripts. And you literally cut you try to cut this section out? Wow. Wow. Because that's very obviously doesn't make you look guilty. Yeah, this doesn't make you look guilty. Trying to cut out a section of the stream where I'm sitting here just saying that they're running scripts. You're scripting, running scripts. YouTube's running scripts. You're scripting, running scripts. YouTube is scripting, they're running scripts. YouTube is running scripts. YouTube is hacking, running scripts. Hackers. YouTube hacks, running scripts. YouTube hacks your internet, steals your internet, running scripts. Hacks. Hackers. Hackers stealing your internet. YouTube. YouTube steals your internet. They hack you and steal your internet. It's YouTube. They are doing it to all of you. Hackers. Running scripts. Jeez. They got real aggressive there for a second. Imagine that. Oh, make another phone call here. I'll be, I don't know if I'll be back, honestly. I have to make another phone call to a certain person, so...